Hello and welcome to this video. Today we'll be studying about sulfur IGCSE for grade 8th, 9th and 10th. So let's see what sulfur. Sulfur is a non-metal which is yellowish in color. Sulfur is found in group 6th of the Mendeleev's periodic table and 16th of the modern periodic table. That means it has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Sulfur is a non-conducting solid with a low melting point. Sulfur is a non-conducting solid with a low melting point. Sulfur does not dissolve in water but can be made soluble in organic solvents such as carbon disulfide, methyl, benzene, etc. The last point is very important here. So as you have seen about carbon can exist in the allotropic form as for diamond and graphite. Similarly, sulfur also exists in the allotropic form, that is monoclinic and rhombic. Rhombic and monoclinic. Sulfur are the allotropes of sulfur. What do you mean by allotropes? Allotropes is nothing but the existence of two or more different physical forms of a chemical element. Of a chemical element, there can be two or more different forms. So this is rhombic and monoclinic sulfur. So here in this slide we'll be studying this ore of sulfur. So what do you mean by ore? What do you mean by ore? Ore is the rock that contains the mineral from which the metal can be extracted. So the ore of sulfur are copper pyrites, zinc blende, etc. This one is very important. Zinc blende is the ore of sulfur. You can see sulfur is present in this formula. Similarly, copper pyrites, CuFeS2. Okay. Apart from that, sulfur also is found in the volcanic regions. Wherever volcanoes are there, there's maybe rich in sulfur. Natural gas, oil also contains sulfur. Here next one. This question is asked in the previous year. Give a large scale source of the element sulfur. Give a large scale source of element sulfur. So Poland, Russia, US are the large scale source of sulfur. Uses of sulfur. Sulfur is used in making sulfuric acid. It is used to make rubber hard. That process is known as vulcanization of rubber. Vulcanization of rubber is very important here. What is vulcanization of rubber? A process which makes the rubber harder and increase its elasticity is known as vulcanization. Once the rubber is hard, you can make tires, balls, etc. Apart from that, sulfur can be used in fireworks, fungicides, sterilizing agent and in medicine. One question can be asked here. Apart from making sulfuric acid, where else can be sulfur used? So any uses of this below you can write. Apart from making sulfuric acid, where else can sulfur be used? Sulfur can be used to make rubber hard, vulcanization of rubber, firework, fungicide, sterilizing agent or in medicine. So these are the images where like day-to-day life you can see sulfur in the matchstick heads, in the firework, in the medicine in the form of antibacterial soaps, in the fungicides to kill fungus, to make rubber hard, and in the gunpowder. Chemical properties of sulfur, very important here. Sulfur can react with both metal as well as non-metal. So let's take an example, metal. Magnesium is a metal. Okay, Mg is the symbol of magnesium. So when they take magnesium and when they take sulfur in a watch glass and heat it, you will get magnesium sulfide. Magnesium sulfide, which will be white color powder. So you should know that magnesium valence is 2 plus and sulfur is 2 minus. So when you crisscross, you get here Mgs. The common factors get cancelled. 2, 2 gets cancelled. So it will be just MgS. One more thing you should remember. In your textbook it's mentioned somewhere like most of the sulfides are black in color, but this magnesium sulfide is not black, it is white. Here next one, non-metal. Sulfur reacts with non-metal, that is oxygen, to give sulfur dioxide. A very important question can be asked, how sulfur is turned to sulfur dioxide? By burning or roasting sulfur in oxygen, you can get sulfur dioxide. Here we'll be studying sulfur dioxide. What is sulfur dioxide? Now here this ends regarding sulfur and its chemical and physical properties. Here in this we'll be studying almost a new compound, that is sulfur dioxide. You know how to prepare sulfur dioxide. Sulfur plus oxygen gives sulfur dioxide. Now we'll study sulfur dioxide in detail. Sulfur dioxide is a colorless gas produced when sulfur or substance containing sulfur, for example crude oil or natural gas, are burnt in the oxygen. This also question will be asked, how sulfur dioxide comes into the atmosphere. When sulfur rich petrol, diesel, etc., when they are burnt in oxygen, sulfur dioxide can be produced. Again, second property is that sulfur has a choking smell and it is extremely poisonous. Sulfur dioxide is having choking smell and extremely poisonous. In paper 6 they can ask regarding this one. The gas X is having choking smell as well as extremely poisonous. Okay. The third point is the gas dissolves in water to produce an acidic solution of sulfurous acid. Okay. The gas dissolves in water to produce an acidic solution of sulfurous acid. So when sulfur dioxide reacts with water, it forms an acid. This acid is sulfurous acid. The formula of sulfurous acid is H2SO3. H2SO3. I should be very careful here. In this point they say sulfur does not dissolve in water. This is regarding sulfur element, whereas this is sulfur dioxide. This is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide gas dissolves in water to form an acid. Which acid? Sulfurous acid. The formula will be H2SO3. This is a reversible reaction. Now as it is acid here, it will turn moist universal indicator paper red. Okay, acids turn indicator paper red. Apart from that, sulfur dioxide is also a major pollutant which cause acid rain. Uses of sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is used as a bleaching agent for paper manufacture in a fumigants. It is also used in the preservation of food by killing bacteria. So in this slide 2 marks question is sure. The first point and the third point are very important. They'll ask you write to use of sulfur dioxide. You can write sulfur dioxide as a bleaching agent for paper manufacture, and this point in the preservation of food by killing bacteria. And the last in the reverse manner, which gas is used to kill bacteria? Okay, or which gas is used to bleach paper? So answer will be sulfur dioxide. Now test for sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide will turn acidified potassium permanganate solution from purple to colorless. So what you should do, take a dry test tube, clean and dry test tube, okay, and add acidified potassium permanganate. The color of acidified potassium permanganate is purple. So this is the test tube containing acidified potassium permanganate. When you pass sulfur dioxide gas into this test tube, the color becomes colorless. Okay, question can be asked, 2 marks question can be asked on this. Now what is acid rain? Here in this last line you can see here, SO2 is responsible for acid rain. So what is acid rain? So usually rainwater will be slightly acidic because of dissolved carbon dioxide. Atmosphere contains carbon dioxide. When rainwater dissolves in carbon dioxide, when carbon dioxide dissolves in rainwater, the water becomes slightly acidic. So the pH of the rainwater will be usually 5.7. Okay, if you don't know what is pH here, pH is potential of hydrogen ions. It's a scale also which ranges from 0 to 14. Below 7 are acidic and above 7 are alkaline, and exactly 7 is neutral. Rainwater has a pH of 5.7, which is lying towards the acidic side. This is because of dissolved carbon dioxide. Okay, now say in the recent year, especially in European countries, pH of rainwater has fallen below the pH between 3 to 4.8. So because of the industrial revolution and a lot of pollution in the atmosphere, the pH has dropped. So that is causing acid rain. Let's see. This point is very important here. Question can be asked here. Due to harmful effects of acid rain. Due to harmful effects of acid rain. So acid rain can lead to damage of forest, lakes and marine life. Okay, any of the two you can write. Damage to the forest, lakes, marine life. This can be one point. One more point can be a damage to the buildings made up of damage to the buildings made up of limestone or marble. So these 2 points if you write, you will get 2 marks. Apart from that, if you want to write, you can write corrosion of the exposed metals. Suppose any bridge and any tall buildings made up of metals are exposed without any coating, obviously they undergo corrosion because of acid rain. Okay, this point is very important here. Damage to the buildings and statues made from limestone or marble. Let's see what's happening exactly here. So in the previous slide we saw how sulfurous acid was produced. That is sulfur dioxide. That is any factories which are releasing or any traffic which is releasing SO2 in the atmosphere, and that sulfur dioxide reacts with rainwater, and that rainwater comes down to the earth in the form of sulfurous acid. See here. That sulfurous acid in rainwater oxidizes to sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfurous will become sulfuric because of oxidation further. This sulfuric acid reacts with limestone, which is eaten away by the chemical process. So you can see in this one, these are some statues which are made up of limestone or marble. You can see here the nose and the faces are being damaged because of acid rain, that is because of sulfuric acid in this case. Similarly, even Taj Mahal and other monuments which are made up of marble also, they get disfigured because of acid rain. So here this word equation is very important. Limestone reacts with sulfuric acid to give calcium sulfate, water and carbon dioxide. Okay, what exactly is the reaction taking place? What happens when acid rain falls on monuments? So these monuments are made up of limestone. Limestone formula is CaCO3. Sulfuric acid rain usually H2SO4. So calcium carbonate plus sulfuric acid gives CaSO4, calcium sulfate, okay, plus water and carbon dioxide. This equation also is very important. Okay, 3 marks question can be asked on this. CaCO3 plus H2SO4 gives CaSO4 plus H2O plus CO2. Okay, apart from that, there are sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. How does sulfur dioxide comes into the atmosphere? Sulfur dioxide comes in the atmosphere from the natural process such as volcanoes and rotting vegetation. Apart from that, 80% of the sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere is because of the combustion of the fuels containing sulfur. Suppose the petrol, diesel are rich in sulfur. When they undergo combustion, they produce sulfur dioxide. Apart from that, as in the previous slide I told you how sulfurous acid turns to sulfuric acid, that is it reacts further with oxygen. Sulfurous acid H2SO3 plus O2 gives H2SO4. Now this point explains that not just SO2 is responsible for acid rain. NO2 gas is also dissolved in water, rainwater, and form an acid. Which acid in this case? This acid is nitric acid. Okay. Carbon dioxide will form carbonic acid. Sulfur dioxide will form sulfuric acid. NO2 gases, nitrogen dioxide gases will form nitric acid. Suppose in an area there are all these harmful gases coming out, obviously that area might get acid